The death rate of coronavirus is roughly 3.4% worldwide, according to the WHO, but that number doesn't fully capture how deadly the virus can be. The number of confirmed cases worldwide in approximation is 1,621,348, out of which 97,179 people died, which is about to explode further. Wait. Where do we stand by economy? The global economy could shrink by up to 1% in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, a reversal from the previous forecast of 2.5% growth. The UN has said the coronavirus could cost the global economy more than $1 trillion in loss. According to a leading economic forecaster, Oxford Economics warned that the spread of the virus to regions outside Asia would knock 1.3% of the global growth this year, the equivalent of $1.1 trillion in lost income. The price of Brent crude oil plummeted as much as 30%, which is $31.14, its biggest decline since the start of the Gulf War in 1991, before recovering slightly to $36.90. Some experts expect it to fall further unless the Saudis and Russians return to the bargaining table. Analysts at S&P Global Platts say the Saudi price war could drive oil prices below $30 a barrel for the first time since the 2016 oil price crash. The OPEC officials and investors are trying to assess what economic damage the virus might inflict on demand for crude oil and its products. Some of the biggest losses will be felt by the airlines, which are expected to lose $29.3 billion in revenue due to the COVID-19 outbreak, according to an initial assessment by the International Air Transport Association. A vast majority of that revenue loss is $27.8 billion, and it would hit carriers in the Asia-Pacific region. International Air Transport Association based this estimate on the slump in demand that was experienced during the severe acute respiratory syndrome outbreak in 2009. At the time, SARS contributed to a 5.1% fall in demand for airlines in Asia-Pacific. Airlines will lose $63 billion to $113 billion in passenger revenue this year, due to the coronavirus, says International Air Transport Association, after revising an earlier estimate of a $29.3 billion loss last month. Gold's impact on the economy waxes and wanes, depending on how safe other investments are. The impact of the virus outbreak on global growth is still unknown, and there is speculation that the Federal Reserve will come under increased pressure to reduce interest rates to propel the economy. Jewelers and bullion traders should ideally use these high price levels to hedge their stocks, was the statement given by Pradeep Unni, the head of strategic business development. Indian Railways is the fourth largest network worldwide. It carries 8.26 billion passengers on an average, and transports 1.16 billion tons of freight. It is yielding an average revenue of $26.36 million per day, approximately from 13,500 passenger trains. Due to this lockdown, the expected loss for 21 days shutdown would be a minimum of $1.97 trillion to $2.63 trillion. Approximately, excluding of platform tickets. Indian Railways has suspended operation of its passenger trains till April 14, and only freight trains are running 24/7 to ensure the supply of essential commodities like food grain, milk, fruits and vegetables, sugar, edible oil and petroleum products. In India, Centre for Monitoring India Economy estimates that the unemployment rate has increased from 8.4% in the middle of March to 23%. More than 6.6 million Americans lost their jobs last week, with 16 million jobs gone in the past 3 weeks, as the coronavirus pandemic brought the U.S. economy to a standstill. Economists are braced for hundreds of thousands of job losses, which could push the unemployment rate. In states that have shut down dining areas of restaurants and bars, including California, Illinois, New York, Pennsylvania, Michigan and Ohio, the leisure and hospitality sector employs about 7.4 million workers whose jobs could be affected, according to Challenger, Gray and Christ. Although we see several fallbacks and loss in human life due to this COVID-19 outbreak, there are certain industries that are stabilizing themselves. Valve Corporation, the maker of the gaming distribution platform Steam, saw a record-breaking number of players on March 15, with as many as 20 million players online at one time. That came a month after 19 million people were on the service at once. As of March 17, Steam had 19.75 million peak users. OTT platforms like Hotstar, Amazon Prime, and Netflix have seen an 82.63% increase in time spent. Netflix has seen a whopping 110% increase in time spent, with a 50.71% increase in engagement rate, and 54.80% increase in active user count. Netflix is followed closely by Amazon Prime Videos, with 98.92% increase in time spent, 32.75% increase in engagement and a 23.52% increase in daily active users. According to the report by Bobble, an international keyboard company for Android and iOS devices, formulated a trend-based report to understand the consumption pattern. For video conferencing applications, like Zoom, Google Hangouts, Google Duo, and Houseparty have seen 71.11% increase in time spent, with 104.12% increase in active user count. If you like this video, then be subscribed to Dotphie to get regular updates.